Hi boys and girls, we are on lesson 6 of module 5. Our I can statement for today is I can use the associative property to subtract from 3-digit numbers and verify solutions with addition. So we're going to solve our problems and then we're going to have to check them with addition as well. So let's get started. We start with our application problem for today. So it says, Maria made 60 cupcakes for the school bake sale. She sold 28 cupcakes on the first day. How many cupcakes does she have left? So let's look at my chart back here. I have my read, draw, and my write checklist. I have my problems. She had 60 cupcakes, and then she gave away, or she sold 28 of them. So those are no longer there. We have to figure out what she has left. And I drew my 60 on here. Now, we always need to start in the ones column. But if we look at the ones column, we have 0 minus 8, and we can't do that. So we need to go to our tens column, and we're going to borrow a 10, and we're going to exchange it for 10 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now there are 5 tens and 10 ones. So now you can do 10 minus 8. So now let's cross off 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many are left? Good, there are 2. Now we have to do 5 minus 2. So 1, 2. How many are left? 1, 2, 3. 32. So Maria has 32 cupcakes left. So we've read our problem, we've drawn our picture, and we wrote our word sentence. So we are done with our application problem. Now let's look at this. So it says 230 minus 180. So that could be a little bit challenging. But what if we tried to do 250 minus 200? What does that have to do with addition, or with our problem? Well, in both places you added 20. So if you look at our problem, now they showed us 250 minus 200. And to get from 230 to 250, you have to add 20. And to get from 180 to 200, you have to add 20. So I added 20 to both, and now I have 250 minus 200. So whatever you did to one side, so the 230, you also have to do to the 180. So whatever you do to one number, you also have to do to the other, so that it's still the same problem. And now if you look at 250 minus 200, that's a lot easier to solve than if you were doing 230 minus 180. So if we want to take our tape diagram away, I can now use a place value chart. A lot easier. Some people might be able to do it without it. But if you have 250, oops, too many. 0 minus 0 is 0. 5 minus 0, I can do that. That's 5. 2 minus 2 is 0. So our answer is 50. So 230 minus 80 is also 50. So in order to check this with our addition sentence, you can do 180 plus 50. So if we needed our place value chart, we could draw our 180. And then we're at our 50. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now there's too many there, so you have to exchange it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to trade in our 10 tens for 100. There's only 3 left. Now there's 200s. So 230. So we checked our answer and we are right. Now let's try another one. So we have 330 minus 280. So we have our problem 330 minus 280. In order to make that easier, you can add 20 to both. So remember, whatever you do to one, you do to the other. So if you add 20 to 280 to get to the nearest 100, which is 300, you get 300. And then you also have to add 20 to this one, so you get 350. Now you can do 350 minus 300. You don't even need to use your place value chart for this because 0 minus 0 is 0. 5 minus 0 is 5. 3 minus 3 is 0. So you have 50. So 330 minus 280 is 50 because remember this is the same difference. That's what you're finding when you do subtraction. This has the same difference as this because you just added 20 to both of them. So you didn't change how far apart they are, you just changed the number size. And if you were to check your problem, you could do 280 plus 50 and if you had a place value chart, you have 200 and then you would have 80 and you have to add 5 more tens and then trade in your 10 tens for 100. You'd have 3 tens. You brought the 1 over to the hundreds. So your answer is 330 and you are correct. So now if we do 570 minus 380, $570 minus 380. Well, if you look, this one's closer to the next 100, so you want to get to the 400. So if you're at 380 and you need to get to 400, how much more do you need to add? Good, 20 more. So if you have your 570 and your 380, and you don't know this part yet, but you have to add 20 more to both, because if you add 20 more to your 380, you get 400. If you add 20 more to this, you get 590. So now you're doing 590 minus 400. Now if you did 0 minus 0, you know that's 0. 9 minus 0 is 9. And 5 minus 4, you get 1. So you have 190. So if you were going to check your problem, you could do 380 plus 190. If you add it in your place value chart, you first show your 380. And now you have to add your 190. So you 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 9. So you have 8. You have to add 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now let's look. That's more than 10. So let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have to take 10 of those and trade them in for 100. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trade them in for 100. Now those are no longer there. How many 10s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 10s and we traded one in. So now we have 3 hundreds, and then that 1, we have to add 1 more. So we have 300, 400, 500. So remember, you had that 3 you had, the 1 you carried, and then you're adding 1 more. You got 570. You check your answer, and you're right. Very nice work. Where's my mouse? There it is. Alright, so if we look at our problem set for today, it says draw and label a tape diagram to show how to simplify the problem. Write the new number sentence and then subtract. So you're going to do exactly what we did today. So you have 220 minus 190. You're going to look to see which one's closer to the next 100. So 190 is closer. So how many more from 190 to 200 did you need to add? Because you added 10. So if you look at their tape diagram, they added 10 to both numbers. So if you add 10 to 190, you get 200. If you add 10 to 220, you get 230. So then your new problem is 230 minus 200. So you can use your tape, you can use a place red chart to help you solve that if you need to. And then remember, you should use an addition sentence to help you check your answers. Part B is 320 minus 190. Remember, first you have to put 320 into the top tape diagram, and then 190 into the bottom one, and then which one's closer to the next 100? Go to 190, and how far away is it? Good, 10. So you're going to add 10 to both of them, and then figure out what your new number sentence is, and then you will subtract to figure out your answer. For C, D, and E, it's the same thing, but you need to make your own tape diagram. They have not done it for you. So remember, the bigger number goes on top. And remember, you're figuring out how far away it is from the next 100. So 400 minus 280, 470 minus 280, and 530 minus 270. So remember, see which ones are the closest to the next 100, add how far away it is to both numbers. So if it's 10 away, you add 10 to both. If it's 20 away, you add 20 to both. If it's 30 away, you add 30 to both. And then that will make it a round number, and it'll be easier for you to add. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help you guys. Keep up all your hard work. I'm so proud of all of you. I miss you guys, and I love you. Bye.